Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the fact that, in all honesty, there are some serious issues with NBA 2K25 My Team. And look, I know the game just came out. I really don't want to be that guy who just sits here and complains all year. I promise y'all I don't, and I hope I don't have to be. But I truly believe there are some significant flaws with this game already, both gameplay and content-wise, that I'm really worried about. So I'm going to go over a few of those in this video. Just give my thoughts. Again, I want to be totally honest with y'all. I'm giving y'all my unbiased opinion. There are some things that I do like, but there are some things that I'm really worried about, several of them. So we're going to break those down in this video. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. We're uploading tons and tons of daily My Team content, and we'd really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off, number one, I am worried about the gameplay. I'm being completely honest. I'm worried about the gameplay. I streamed for about 3.5, 4 hours earlier today as I record this, which is Wednesday when the game came out. And I played Showdown. I went, I think, 8-1. So I actually did have a pretty successful Showdown run. And I have to be totally honest, even going 8-1, I just did not find the gameplay enjoyable at all. And the one game I lost was just one of the more painful games I've ever seen. I mean, it truly believes this. I truly believe this game feels like it has very little skill gap. The movement is rough. I mean, it is. I know it's early in the year, and I'm sure it will get better as the year progresses, but the movement is rough. Off-ball still seems really pretty good, especially with cards that are good defensive cards, and it shouldn't be like that. And I think, again, this year, off-ball is going to become a bigger and bigger issue as the year progresses. It's a lot of just rim run in circles, put your head down, and blindly run at the rim. I mean, Giannis is unbelievably good, and I apologize for telling y'all yesterday to pick Luka or KD out of the starter pack, because I think I was wrong. Giannis is the best choice, and if you haven't opened the game yet, you should pick Giannis. He is insanely good. Rim running is way better than it needs to be right now, and nothing else is good. You can't shot create, you can't three hunt. It's just not a thing right now. Shooting feels inconsistent, which I don't have as big of an issue with shooting, but I think the movement is really bad, and I think the gameplay is in a state where it's going to have some serious problems. And I'll probably make another video at some point to continue to break down the specific problems that I have with the gameplay as we get later on in the season, because I do hope there is change, but in all honesty, I expect no change in the gameplay until the end of Season 1. And even then, are they going to change it the way that I would like them to? Well, I'm kind of concerned the answer to that might even be no. So I'm worried. I'm real worried. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all about the gameplay. Not only that, though, I'm worried about the viability of the mode in terms of the things there actually are to do. So yes, there are challenges, right? And we have challenges offline, and you can feel free to do some of these challenges and stuff like that. And there are some things that are decent. You got your lifetime challenges, your signature challenges. There are some certain things in here you can do. I wouldn't say the rewards for any of this stuff is particularly good, though, to be completely honest, starting with. I just don't think there's a lot of good rewards for these things. But also, outside of that, offline, all you have is domination, which is a one-time thing, and I actually think it's decently rewarding. The player rewards aren't great, but everything else is pretty good. But it's just, you got domination you could do one time. Breakout seems like it has really pretty crappy rewards, to be completely honest. I mean, I watched my boy Evan Tanaka. He was streaming earlier, which I know a lot of y'all used to watch Evan's YouTube videos, so go follow him on Twitch if you want to interact with Evan, because he is going to be streaming My Team, I think, relatively consistently. But the rewards on Breakout don't seem very good. The CPU offline is really hard, especially in the higher difficulty games in Breakout. And then you go online, and you don't have real Triple Threat online anymore. I mean, Triple Threat Park, you have to wait 10 minutes between every game if you lose to find another game. I mean, it's having to wait for games is annoying. There's no doubt about it. And while the park concept is cool, I think that is pretty inconvenient. And I actually think the old system might have been better for just pure gameplay. You don't have Clutch Online at all anymore, which was, Clutch Online was the main mode for really getting like having a 5v5 shorter experience, and now your only option for that is salary cap, and you can't use your main lineup in salary cap because you're limited. Like, it's that or Showdown, and Showdown is going to get sweatier and sweatier the higher up in tier you get, and the gameplay, again, I just think is really rough. Not to mention, none of these modes have particularly good rewards as of yet. Now, I will say this, the Showdown weekly rewards look half decent. But even those, like, as you tier up, they'll get okay. And if you win 7 games in a week, I mean, I'm in tier 12 right now, and a 10,000 MT is an option. As you go tier higher and higher and higher, I'm sure it gets better, right? Like, I'm sure if I were in tier 1, it's probably a pretty significant chunk of MT, and I'm sure at some point in the next few days, we'll find out what that chunk of MT would be. But it's once a week rewards. Other than that, you have season prizes, which are all unsellable, and none of them are all that great, considering your odds of pulling anything good. And any of these boxes are not good, especially in the base and league. The regular Series 1 Deluxe and base boxes, like, you're not getting anything good out of those. The Full Throttle box, you have a chance, but that's 120 wins for one unsellable 20 box. That's not going to cut it. It's just not. Like, the rewards are not that good. The weekly rewards might be okay as you get higher in Showdown, but that's not ideal. Triple Threat Park rewards are not good. The win streak rewards, I mean, for 5 wins in a row, you're getting 1 Sapphire. I guess technically Sapphire or higher, but basically 1 Sapphire. That's not good enough. Plain and simple. It's just not. The rewards aren't there. Breakout, I mean, literally, I saw Evan play a breakout game for 1 injury pack. Like, seriously, we played a breakout board and got to the edge of the board, and it was an injury pack as the reward. Like, the rewards for this game are not that good. And so, yes, there are some good things in the game. The auction house is back, and that's nice. With MT buying not being in the game, prices are going to be a lot cheaper. I mean, there are already a lot of diamond cards that are sub 30K or so, which is a nice place to be. I think there will actually be some pretty good budget cards this year. There are things about this game that I think are going to be solid. I just think the gameplay is in a really rough state right now, to be completely honest. And not only is the gameplay in a rough state, but the rewards for the game modes themselves aren't very good, and there's not as much, I feel like, to do as there has been in the past in terms of the versatility and flexibility of playing different game modes and getting rewarded for them. It just doesn't feel like the gameplay is in a state that it needs to be in right now, and I'm really, honestly, kind of disappointed by the way this game is looking so far. I mean, we are 1 day into the game. I understand that, and things can certainly change, and I'm partially making this video as almost an appeal for change, because I really would like to see some things change, but they got to do better than they're doing right now. Plain and simple, they have to do better. It's just not good enough right now. I don't think my team at this point is in a situation where it's really a particularly rewarding game mode to play, nor, in my opinion, is it a particularly fun game mode to play. I mean, most of the go-to shots aren't very good. The dribble moves are just so limiting. It's as the year progresses, I'm sure it will get better, but it's just not in a very good state right now. And I would assume the majority of people who are grinding this game online probably agree. It's not particularly fun right now. And that's not where you want the game to be, especially at this point. I mean, we are so early in the game that having what feel like pretty glaring issues already is not a good sign. You know what I mean? For the future health of the mode and what this mode will look like in 3 months or 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, if this continues, I think we're going to look at another MyTEAM that might be dead very early and very disappointing. And that's a game that doesn't even have gambling. I mean, if they implement gambling, good luck. Like, it's over for my team, period, plain and simple. And that's, I will say, there is kind of some gambling. I mean, I'm not going to make a huge deal of it because I don't totally hate it. And the cards are hard to get, but hidden gems cards. You can get a pink diamond or higher hidden gems card from locking in these 3 cards. They're going to do this for every single Friday drop. It's still kind of pay to win. You know what I mean? I mean, it definitely is. The budget cards will be better this year, and I think budget lineups will be able to compete more, and I think no money spent in some ways will be better, but I don't think the game is in a great state, man. I really don't. I'm really worried about the future of this mode, and I just honestly want to share my thoughts, and hopefully things change, man. I really hope so. I'm really hoping for some change and some adjustment. I don't expect any gameplay adjustment before Season 1, but I would love to see some adjustment because I don't feel like the game is in a state that it needs to be at all right now. With that being said, a lot of this is going to be wait and see to see if it gets better, see if things get adjusted. But these are my concerns, and I want to make a video sharing them because I think it's important to give my honest opinion, and there are some things that I am really concerned about in NBA 2K25. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.